Hi Cancer, welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what the collective needs to hear at this time. I've set that intention with this deck and with my guides. So if you're here because this popped up in your feed, then this is for you. And if you are here because of the title, then this is definitely for you. And you can watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus. I don't really specify on that, but that's completely up to you. I know a lot of people like to watch for, sun, moon, and rising signs. So definitely like the video for me though. Give me a thumbs up if you like the readings. Definitely subscribe if you enjoy the messages. That really helps to grow my channel, and I very much appreciate that. But it also really pushes the messages out so that others get them as well, so that they can have the guidance too. So really appreciate you guys doing that for me. Thank you. Awesome. There's Temperance on the bottom as well. So we had Justice. Justice is about karma. This is things starting to turn in your favor, right? Balancing out. There's these scales here, but there's also like this sword of truth. So some sort of truth has come out, or some sort of truth has been accepted, whether this is internally or like with another person. This can also be a legal situation. Justice is like the legal card, but I feel like things are balancing out. And really like karma is taking place here, right? Like that karmic balance of things. We also had Temperance on the bottom that they were calling to my attention. I usually only take the one off the bottom. Temperance again is about balance, patience, divine timing. This is kind of like going with the flow and letting spirit work things out for you, right? So the situation is the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is lessons. This is like perseverance and really pushing through any kind of like having that resilience, right? Because this person has been through a lot of lessons. All of these wands represent lessons. So they call this the Wounded Warrior card because he's been through a lot in this card. And you probably feel like you have been through a lot, right? Like you've learned a lot of lessons and you've been through a lot in your life, and you're kind of looking back at those lessons and really accepting them, or really trying to understand the purpose of this, right? Either one situation or multiple lessons. It may be different for each of you. So the blockage here is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is loss, pain, heartbreak. And this can be disappointments, right? Separations. When this is in the blockage, we are not healing. We're not accepting a situation for the way that it is, right? This is really needing to heal from whatever, like this lesson, or like, this need to push through, this be resilient type of energy. And the Three of Swords is in the resistance. It's really not healing from that pain, and maybe hanging on to an old style of being or an old situation, right? This can be a relationship, a job, whatever it is that you are still kind of healing from, right? So the root cause of this is the Judgment, and the Judgment is this awakening, right? Again, awakening to the truth of a situation, or being honest with yourself, like awakening to what is actually going on. It can be like rebirth energy, right? Like you are closing out a lesson and moving into a new one, but you need to heal from the old before you can move into the new, right? So the Judgment is about surrendering and then releasing in order to move on and leave the past behind, right? Because this is very much about leaving the past behind so that you can move forward. You're probably still just healing a little bit and really needing to focus on that at this time. So in the recent past, what is affecting this current situation? We have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is my card for being resilient, independent, right? Whether you're in a relationship or not, it's just having that autonomy and knowing who you are, and knowing that you can stand on your own and you can handle things on your own, right? So I feel like this was you like kind of doubting yourself, doubting that you could handle things on your own, doubting that you were capable. This could have been you recently becoming single, right? And you now you don't know how to kind of move forward, and you're still kind of hanging on to that past relationship, right? And still needing to really heal and release from that. So the advice from your higher self or your guides, we have the 5 of Cups, and this is about, again, healing and moving on. Try not to sit in this dwelling on what is lost and realize what possibilities could be, right? Which is very difficult when you're going through a tough cycle. But this person is so focused on these 3 of Cups that have fallen here that he's not seeing the 2 of Cups back here. And this leads to like this bridge and this castle, right? And again, I know that it's hard when you are going through things, and you definitely want to heal from this and move through this. You don't want to just bypass the healing, because then it'll come up later, right? It'll come up in the next job, the next relationship. It'll pop up 5 years later in something else, right? And that's not what you want to do. That's what your higher self is telling you, that you need to heal and finally move on from this situation. See it for what it is, right? Take the lesson and move forward. In the immediate future, we have the World. So this is the closing of a cycle. It could be a karmic cycle that you're completing and closing out here, right? So I always see this wreath in the World card, and for me, that kind of represents like a portal, and this person is stepping into a new timeline, stepping into a new cycle, right? That's what I say when you're stepping into a new cycle. You're raising your frequency, you're moving to a new timeline so that you can take these lessons and start over, right? Maybe this is a new job cycle. Maybe it's a new relationship cycle. Maybe this is you, having new gifts in your spiritual journey. Whatever that is for you, you're definitely entering into a new cycle. 1 is complete. There's some sort of fulfillment coming in here. And then this moving forward. So in your thoughts and feelings, we have the Knight of Cups. So there is definitely disappointment, self-doubt here. The Knight of Cups is, like following your heart, or, something that's very emotionally heartfelt, right? So if this is a job, this is something that's close to your heart that you care very much about. If this is a relationship, then, it's about moving forward with the relationship, whether that's love or just friendship, right? But I feel like in your feelings, this is about like a disappointment, and again, really focusing on what has been lost here. And I feel like you need to turn that around and really do some self-love, right? Like fill your own cup so that you can move forward. So in your environment, the influence is the Emperor, and the Emperor is about taking action, right? Like he's ready to go at a moment's notice. He's sitting on his throne. He has on his red robe, but he also has armor on. So like he's ready for battle. He is ready to take action at any time. So I feel like this is like a need to really kind of step into that personal authority, like that healthy masculine energy, right? And then on the flip side of this, it can be trying to control situations, right? So maybe if you're trying to control a situation or an outcome, or trying to control how you heal, or focusing on something else rather than healing, I feel like this is Spirit, again, telling you that it's time to really step into that power and authority of your life, right? Because this is needing to close out old cycles. And if you're not healing and you're kind of too focused on the past, then, you're not taking action on your behalf. And I feel like it's time for you. We have the 9 of Pentacles here, which is about self, the Knight of Cups, which is about pouring into your own cup. I feel like this is a cycle for you to focus on yourself and what makes you happy. So in your hopes and fears, we have the Lovers. And the Lovers it was originally a card of choice. So this can be like union. Maybe you're hoping for a romantic relationship, but this can also be about like alignment, right? That balance of masculine and feminine. So for me, this card often represents getting into alignment with what it is that your heart desires, right? Whether that's a relationship, a job, your spiritual path. This again is about you. Maybe you're just really hoping to have some kind of fulfilling relationships, or, plural. Maybe you want like friendships, or, you could be calling in a romantic partner, whatever it is that's in your hopes, right? So the potential outcome is the Six of Wands. I love this. So the Six of Wands is victory. This is success, recognition, like all of your hard work is paying off, right? So maybe you have been going through a lot of healing and this is just like that last little bit that's trying to leave, because in the immediate future we have a completion. So you're probably very focused on your healing, and then this is like all that hard work paying off, right? This is you being recognized by spirit, being recognized by your peers, right? Like he is very supported. He has all of these people back here cheering him on. So I feel like you are going to succeed in ending this cycle. And then, you know, you're supported by spirit, but you're also supported by like friends, community, right? So really lean on friends, community, because you do have like this overcoming obstacles and like this recognition coming in here, right? So, I mean, if this is a job, then maybe you are being recognized in work. If this is, you know, you wanting a relationship, you will be successful in being seen, right? Or, you know, your hard work will pay off once you do move into a new relationship, right? Because you're going to have all of these lessons and all of this healing in order to move forward. So, all in all, there is like a successful completion of a cycle. I feel like it's just this last little bit that you need to release. And again, don't sit in that negative, depressed energy. You definitely want to acknowledge the cycle and the lessons, but I feel like it's, you know, you moving into this whole new cycle and this whole new idea of self-love and filling your own cup, right? Like it's just as important to pour into yourself as it is your relationships. And that's, you know, romantic relationships, family members, friends. You could be calling in, you know, like some kind of, you know, friendship or business partnership, right? Whatever it is for you that you're wanting to like really accomplish here. I definitely feel like you're getting there. It's just this last little bit of healing, right? So I hope that message helped, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.